We're doing a fucking podcast already?
Yeah.
Having a girlfriend is solving problems you wouldn't have on your own.
That's true.
How is this delay?
True.
How bad is the delay here?
Oh god.
No. It was it just kicked in later, but me was not.
All right, we're back again a day later. So
I was making sure she left.
Yes, she's gone. They don't know what we're talking about, but she's gone.
Not at all. If only y'all could join us. No.
This is why you follow. This kind of shit is why you follow the Facebook. It's why you follow the Twitter. It's why you follow the YouTube. Because when we get a wild hair up our ass and go live, any fucking thing can happen.
Literally.
And that proves it because Franz is back, man. We got Bailey back. We got Geoff back today. And we have a pretty good show planned for you. So, Chris, you got anything you want to add before we smack upon that button and make the intro play?
Not much. I say, you know what? Let's kick it right into high gear. Let's not do what we did yesterday and waste 15 minutes talking about shit. So I'm gonna hit that.
Just did already.
Yeah. Oh, this was only 90 seconds.
It took us that long.
Oh, Geoff, you want to tap the screen and make the intro play?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Guns in Radio podcast. And now, give it up for your hosts, Chris, Caputo, and Dustin Bonez.
Alrighty then, it's episode 164 of the Guns and Radio podcast, coming right off the heels of episode 163. Most of the same guys you saw last episode are still here, so nobody wants to leave. We're having a good time, so we're going to review some Duff McKagan.
And Dustin's still drinking, so we don't know.
With Lenny Kravitz, actually. Thanks to Geoff for pointing that out. This is from the first Duff solo album. We'll be reviewing that later on in the show. And we got some cool shit planned for today as well.
We also just did a live bonus show, which we didn't know if this was the bonus show or that was the bonus show. But either way, you're getting two this week. So whichever one you choose to take as your bonus show, that is a part of our gift to you as our glorious listeners, man. We're giving you an opportunity to choose your own adventure here. Which one do you want to be the bonus show? That one or this one? Either way, we've had a great time. And I'm getting smashed. I ain't even gonna lie. It's Memorial Day fucking weekend.
Happy Memorial Day once again.
Here we are once again. Today we're gonna listen to a song called "The Majority," like you said, and we're gonna play a little game where the majority wins. Since there's 5 of us, the majority vote will go. We're gonna play a game called "Am I the Asshole?" I'm gonna get on Reddit and I'm gonna read somebody's story where that person asked a question, just at random. I have not read these in advance, so. And I've been drinking, so keep that in mind.
Reminding you of the variables.
There's going to be a lot of variables in that game. So I'm going to try my best to get through reading the story. You guys will vote. And if I need to vote to make a majority count, then we will do that. And we'll see. We'll set some people at ease as to whether or not they're assholes. And because, it keeps me up at night every fucking night. So, I feel like we're doing a service here. But, man, thank you guys for making us reach a bonus show goal. And Christopher, am I wrong in assuming that there are other bonus show goals still in play on the Guns and Radio podcast?
Sir, you're not wrong about that, because we still got at least 3 more, actually, and I'll lay them out for you. So the only reason we got a bonus show is we hit 90,000 plays. Once we hit 100,000 plays, we're going to do another big live bonus show. We'll do another big live stream. Once we hit 300 followers on Instagram, there will be another poll. You can vote on there and we can have another bonus show. Or once we hit 300 followers on our Twitter, that's another bonus show goal unlocked right there. So 3 bonus show goals that you, our great, amazing, loyal listeners, can work towards and get some more bonus content from your boys here. And also our friends and other special guests will be coming along too.
Hell yeah, man. You never know who's going to show up when we do these. So today we got Bailey, we got Franz, and we got Geoff. I forgot to introduce Geoff yesterday.
Yeah, I give you shit for that.
Yeah.
So easy to forget.
But I mean, is it really a special occasion if Geoff's here at this point? No. Geoff's been on like a million
Geoff.
of these. He has become our third man. Like it used to be Dan, and now it's Geoff.
Third man down, now Geoff. My shit doesn't rhyme like that.
I know. We'll have to figure out a way to work that in. Maybe we'll work on that off air. We'll come up with a gimmick. Because by all means, guys, if you didn't listen to the live stream yesterday, be sure to check out the replay available everywhere where you get your podcast. But today, guys, you want to hear some asshole stories? You guys want to judge somebody's whole life and tell them if their life is still worth living or not?
The whole life?
Sure, why not? Sounds like fun.
The whole life, nothing but the life.
Let's see. I'm going to scroll. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys, this is since the song of the day is the majority, then the majority gets to pick which story I'm going to read. All right, so here's the two choices you guys have, and then you guys get to vote. Am I the asshole for taking my child to her mom's house and then leaving her there? Or am I the asshole for renaming my daughter?
Are you the baby daddy?
I don't know. We don't know anything about the stories but the title.
All right, what's the
So am I the asshole for dropping the kid off at mama's and not coming back? Or am I the asshole for changing her name altogether? Which one do you guys want to go with? Bailey, I'll let you go first.
So it's the more asshole of the two? Is that
whatever you guys want to hear, what story you want to hear, I will not read the other one. So Bailey, which one do you want to hear?
I guess renaming the daughter.
All right, Franz?
Yeah, renaming the daughter.
Geoff? Same? All right. Well, that's the majority right there. So.
Yeah, that's the majority. Yeah, I was going to go with the same anyways.
Renaming the daughter it is. Okay, so I'm going to read the story just as soon as the fucking link pops up on my computer because my computer is insanely slow. So basically, from what I can tell just from the preview here, it looks like she was 25. Okay, so here's the story. I was 25 when I got pregnant last year, and I announced to my family shortly after finding out. My sister Jane, who was 23 at the time, a couple of weeks later, announced that she was pregnant, which was weird because I didn't know that she was even trying, but I was happy nonetheless. When we found out the gender of my baby would be a girl, we told the family that we planned to name our baby Jacqueline when they asked. When Jane found out that her baby was a girl as well, she announced that she would be naming her baby. Can you guys want to guess? Jacqueline.
Oh, they would do all at once.
Also.
Which potential stripper name?
I was told, I told her that that was the name I had picked for my baby, and she said yes, but she liked it so much that she wanted it too, and that I either had to rename my baby or deal with them both being named Jacqueline. Upon giving birth, I named my baby Jacqueline, and I guess my sister thought that I would change the baby's name because she said that was what she was going to name her baby, and I told her that I could have two Jack. Anyway, I'm going to skip ahead. Her baby, we get it. Her baby was born, and she also named it Jacqueline, and we referred to mine as Jackie, and we referred to hers as Lynn. Fast forward a bit, and my Jackie is now 3 months old. Unfortunately, Jane's baby passed away. Oh, that's sad. I didn't see that fucking come. Oh. I guess I see why this is a Am I the Asshole story, because I was all on her side up to this point. Jane's baby passed away, and at the funeral for the child, she demanded that I rename my baby because it hurt too much since they both had this. Wait, no. Anyway, we'll have a chance to say what we think. She told me that she'd do it if it were mine. At first, I told her no, it wasn't right to rename a 3-month-old baby. Oh, only 3 months. Oh, because hers was born at the same time. That's even sadder. And I was the one that came up with the name in the first place. It's been 2 weeks since the funeral, and my family has given me hell. Even my husband thinks that we should change our baby's name and said that it's a matter of empathy. Oh, I'm sorry. You know what? I just realized I misread the fucking title. Am I
Dude,
the question is, am I the asshole for refusing to rename my daughter?
I even said, homie, get the variables right.
I told you I'm drunk trying to read shit. So,
dude, I totally lost you, man.
So what do you think? Basically, here's the nutshell. She and her sister were both due to have babies at the same time. She announced that she wanted to name her baby Jacqueline, so her sister immediately came in and named her baby Jacqueline because I guess hers was born first. So when they were both born, they were both renamed Jacqueline. Well, her sister's baby died, and now she's wanting to know if she is the asshole for refusing to rename her daughter anything but Jacqueline because the name Jacqueline hurts her sister now too much when she hears it. I don't know, man. That's hard.
I don't think so, man. You know how many hoops they're going to have to jump through to reassign the birth certificate, the social security number, edit why? No, dude. You're not an asshole.
No,
if the kid wants to change the name, like later in life, then, let the kid do that. But a baby, no.
Well, she's only 3 months old, so she hasn't learned her name yet. The kid would never remember. Which is why I'm like, if the kid were 3 years old, then I'd say, yeah, don't change the baby's name. But since the baby's only 3 months and nobody's gonna know, like, there would still be family members that would call her Jacqueline by accident, and then you can say, no, that was my sister's baby, and the one that died. Don't talk about that, And then
some people just go by their middle name, though. Sometimes.
Middle name is a good point. We can start calling her by her middle name. And then save.
That seems like a fair compromise, but then again, she may not.
I don't know. That's hard. What do you think, Franz?
Man, I totally lost the story, man. Sorry.
That's okay. We told you about the variables. All right. So
I'll do the majority.
I'm gonna say no. You're not an asshole for not changing the baby's name, but if you do, I don't see why it would hurt. It wouldn't hurt, but she has no right to ask. Nobody's got any right to ask that of anybody, regardless of the circumstance. I think that's the main takeaway, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. I couldn't agree with that.
All right, so we got 2 more stories, and the majority gets to pick which story we're actually going to read. So here we go. I'm going to try to get the titles right this time. Let me focus in. Am I the asshole for kicking out a guest for getting upset with my daughter? Or am I the asshole for telling my brother I hate him?
Yeah, I went with that second one.
Shit, what was the first one?
Second.
The first one, am I the asshole for kicking out a guest for getting upset with my daughter? Or the second one is, am I the asshole for telling my brother I hate him? And so we got
No. Okay, sorry. First.
Well, right now, Geoff has stepped away. So, Franz, if you want to make the majority vote, I guess it's whatever you want to hear. Kicking out, which one do you want to hear? Am I the guest? Am I an asshole for kicking out a guest, or am I an asshole for telling my brother how much I hate him?
Yeah, well, I want to hear the second story, but I don't agree more with the first story. That's not possible, right?
Well, second story it is. Kicking out a daughter.
Whoa, I didn't get it. I think the first one would be cool because wonder if the kick out is like for a Karen move.
I don't know, man. We already lost the majority vote on that one. So the way I see it, by just reading the headline, she lives there, you don't. It's her house, not yours. So why would you come to my house and make a scene in the first place? Without knowing the whole story is my thoughts on that. So here we go. Dustin Bonez is going to try to read again. And this is a pretty good story. So strap in, folks. My brother, who is 15, is fucking creepy. I'm 20.
Or most 15-year-olds fucking creepy.
I'm 20. Starts off perfectly.
Yeah. I'm a 20-year-old female And so I'm 5 years older than him. I have an older brother who's 22. My younger brother has always been closer to me than my older brother has. We did a lot together. We'd play together, shower together, and sleep in each other's bed. I guess you mean
just
each
recently,
other's.
in fact.
Until we were 40. I have a better relationship with my older brother because we're closer in age and we can better understand each other's problems. Like I said before, my younger brother did everything with me, so I started to get older and I started to hit puberty, and I did not want to shower together or sleep in each other's bed anymore. Well, I fucking hope not. Oh Lord, here's where it takes a turn.
How old was she when she realized this?
Does
it say an age?
Starting to hit puberty.
So
like
probably
13.
Females this
13.
age, it's probably
13,
11 to
14.
13.
Yeah, somewhere in that range. All right, you guys ready for the very next sentence?
Oh, okay.
My brother did not take this well.
Shit.
But he reluctantly agreed to sleep in his own bed. When I was 17, well, he was what, like 3? I don't know. Anyway, when I was 17,
15, and she's 20.
So it's a 5-year difference.
So he was how old? 9, and she was 14. Yeah.
Okay. It don't say how old the other brother is. It says the brother is 15. Okay, yeah. Okay, so the younger brother is 15.
Basic
Maybe
math.
we should have had Caputo read this.
So he's still older than. Yeah, we need Caputo's recaps here. Caputo's saving me. I'm drowning right now. Anyway, my brother didn't take this well, but he reluctantly agreed to sleep in his own bed when I was 17. I graduated from high school, and I went to study abroad in Europe. My other brother wasn't happy with me leaving. Come on, dude. Like, give me something. My other brother, I lost my place. My other brother wasn't. My mom said that he cried every day for a week or so. What? He hadn't seen me in 2 years, and he was very excited for my return. When I returned home a couple of weeks ago, and I passed all of my exams, and I didn't have any resets, so I am finally free from school. I decided to go home this year. My younger brother had been pestering me to come home. He said he missed me and a lot of stuff, and he wanted to go back to how things were before. So I said yes, and we do all sorts of fun things together. Here's where the problem starts. He wants to sleep in my bed together, and I said no. I hate it when other people's feet are close to mine, and I was begging to sleep in my bed like before. I ended up agreeing to just one night, which turned into sleeping in my bed for the last 2 weeks. It's so annoying. He has no sense of personal space, and he's constantly following me around. It was cute when he was 5, but now it's just creepy.
You think?
All right, now wait a minute.
Shit.
The story is not done yet. We've got a whole other paragraph, just as long as the one.
It could have ended there.
Yeah.
The next paragraph starts out with this sentence. Now to the incident. Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Now to the incident. Like I said, my brother has zero sense of personal space. Yesterday, he sat in my room while I was showering. I didn't know he was in my room, and I had forgotten my towel. It was on the chair. I just walked into the room naked because I have my own bathroom. He saw me naked and didn't even cover his eyes or say sorry when and get out of the room. He just sat there. I covered my body with my hands and I screamed at him to get the fuck out of my room. He walked out, but he left the door open. I said with my hand, or let's see. I walked close. I walked to close it, and without thinking, I said, "I fucking hate you." And I didn't think he heard what I said. But my brother texted me asking, or somebody. It just says my. Who knows what the typo could be? I'm gonna assume mother. Texted me asking me why I made him cry. I told her that he was being fucking creepy and in my room while I was in the shower. She came home and I got an earful from her and my dad about that. How I shouldn't have said that. I hated him and hurt his feelings. My younger brother is still sulking like a baby. My older brother, is the only one that agrees that our younger brother is being a creep. I also think that he's way too old to be crying over something so stupid. I told my older brother, that I hate him all the time. He doesn't get mad. Am I the asshole?
No.
Now, wait a minute. I don't want to get anybody in any kind of hot water here before we continue. Because before we answer, since this has been originally posted, there's an update post. Okay. And unfortunately, it looks like it's about as long and uncomfortable as the last one. So bear with us, folks. We're going to get through this.
Round 2, motherfucker.
What the fuck is this about,
Round 3.
This is 10 steps away from incest at this point.
I know, isn't it bad? Oh my God, this is making my stomach turn. Anyway, here's the update. I already commented this, but I just wanted everyone to know I'm safe with my older brother. My younger brother is at our grandparents'. My older brother came home to speak to my parents, and I couldn't hear what they were saying, but after that, they were done. I could hear my mom crying. My brother has also spoken to me, and he finds me at fault for enabling my brother's behavior.
What?
He has always found our brother's attachment to me odd, and I had never behaved that way towards him. He suspects that our younger brother has a romantic feeling towards me and told my parents that if they don't correct this behavior now, our younger brother will one day snap and enact his yearning on me. Yeah. My brother begged my parents to send my younger brother to a psychiatrist or a psychologist. My older brother told me that it would be great. It would be best if I leave with him. I agreed, and I'm now staying at my older brother's house with him and his girlfriend and his cat Muffin. Well, I know you got a cat. I'm a cat person too. I feel horrible for leaving my younger brother all alone. He's not a bad kid. He's just troubled. And I know this is for the best, but I feel responsible for letting him become this way. I hope my parents seek help for them so we can all be together as siblings. Now.
It's going to be an uncomfortable Thanksgiving, man.
Literally.
Oh, my God.
I joked when I said it was 10 steps away from incest, but holy fuck, it is 10 steps away from
incest. It really
is.
I think it's less than that.
All right. 5.
Dude, that's scary, dude.
Okay, but I need to remind the jury. That the question at hand is, am I the asshole for telling my brother I hate him?
No.
It's not, am I the asshole for rejecting his advances or anything? This kid sounds like he got autism or something.
Maybe there's a variable that she's leaving out of the conversation.
That's kind of what I'm thinking too. Like, I don't know if this kid has autism.
Like Uncle Touchy got to him in the puzzle basement, dude.
I don't think that. I think the kid's just probably, like I said, autism is the best explanation I can find in his defense. Like, I'm not saying he has it or he don't, because I don't know. It doesn't tell us enough from the text and the evidence we're provided. But I'm trying to play.
That kind of behavior is learned, from what I understand.
I don't know. So, anyway, who wants to go first and cast their vote? Am I the asshole for telling my brother I hate him now that we know the whole story? Franz, you want to go first?
Yeah, I could. First of all, is this autobiographical shit or?
Yeah, somebody posted it on Reddit, so I assume it's a real story.
Okay, yeah. I missed that part. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. No, of course you should say your brother's an asshole, and he should fucking sleep in his own bed, motherfucker. What does he think? I mean, come on, man. I mean, fucking shit. Yeah.
But what if he's like retarded or something? And...
Is he a fucking priest or what? Sleeping with fucking kids.
Well, parents, man, you should pick up on this too.
That's true.
I mean, come on, what the fuck, man?
Franz is saying no, you are not the asshole. Geoff, what do you think?
No, because I think the brother obviously needed something to be said that woke up an alarm. But I also think at the same time, the person writing this is leaving some kind of variable out about the brother, because A, that's like a learned thing. You know, I think psychologists have said that. Like, it's not something you're born with; it's something you're taught. I also think that like it is really creepy, especially when boys and girls at that age should definitely be separated, especially when it comes to privacy, and especially when it comes to long-term mental effects for a teenager. Like, I'm not trying to be like Freud about this, but that shit, like, I think the kid needed a word said to him in order to wake him up. So no, she's not an asshole.
Chris, what do you say?
I say no, but I also say search this kid's fucking browser history because I think he's watching too much fucking like stepsister, stepbrother porn. That's fucking influencing.
Well, in all fairness, I watched the stepsister porn myself. Sometimes.
Yeah, no, I watched that shit on mute. So the dialogue.
Here's the difference. I don't have any siblings.
What's porn?
Oh, listen, Mr. Innocent over here. Well,
I always watch
the majority says no. Moving on from it, we've made the decision. The majority says no. Bailey, I'm sure I'll go ahead and let you speak.
Okay. The kid, like Geoff said, there is a variable that's being left out. I mean, the kid has to be troubled. Therefore, I'm still saying no. Though you're not an asshole.
All right, there it is. Majority says no. You are not the asshole. You are. You're acquitted of all charges here. All right, so guys, majority rules. Once again, this is going to be the last story before we get into the song of the day. What story do you want to hear? Am I the asshole for refusing to give a girl at my school a tampon?
Male or female?
We don't know. Don't know. No kind of detail is allowed right in this part. Or am I the asshole for not being gracious and just not attending my stepdaughter's wedding?
Ooh. Well,
so which of these stories do you?
Can you repeat them again, please?
Yeah.
Am I the asshole for refusing to give a girl at my school a tampon, or am I the asshole for refusing to attend my stepdaughter's wedding?
Okay,
I'm going the first one.
The tampon. Chris picks tampon. Geoff, Franz.
Yeah,
baby?
Tampon.
Oh man, that's tough, man, for a stepfather. If he's got to be there with the real father.
Stepdaughter. Yeah. It says. I don't know if it's a father or a mother.
Okay, no, never mind.
Or vice versa.
Take it so serious.
Or vice versa. And the tampon, man. Who knows? It could have been
Tampon,
her
that's
last
3.
tampon.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with tampon. I want to.
All right, that's 3. That's the
I would have voted
majority.
for that too.
Yeah.
I want to see how this pans out.
All right. Well, it's loading as we speak right now. So here we go.
Fuck is about, man.
Let me get a sip here before we get started.
Have a drink on me.
It's a long story.
Oh, all right.
Okay, so I, a 17-year-old female, have a classmate who I'll call Beth. And then she puts in parentheses, this is a fake name. But Beth is also 17. So a little backstory. Since the start of the school year, I had a couple of charity, events. Or I've had a little charity. There she goes. Since the start of the school year, I've had a little charity where I've given tampons or pads that I buy in advance. However, I have one rule. If I'm on my period or I have a 7-day, oh man, we got 5 guys about to talk about this. If I'm on my period or I have 7 or fewer tampons left at the start of the day or 4 or fewer by lunch, then my tampons are off the table and I won't share them with anybody. Everybody at school knows this, even the teachers and the girls, and some of the boys who had to find out when they were trying to get one for their girlfriend. Oh, man, this is uncomfortable. Well, today is the time. The first period was over. Which one? Oh,
no
I guess
pun intended.
First period of class. Okay. How many periods do you have in a week, girl? I probably wouldn't give none of them away. By the time first period was over, I had 7 left, and just so happened to have started leaving with me with 6 after I used one. I guess so. She started to have her period. Anyway, second one comes around, and Beth comes up to me and asks for a tampon. I kindly explained that I can't give her one because I got to have it myself, and yeah, let's just skip some of this detail here. Beth isn't happy with that answer, so she proceeds to ask again. So I tell her again, and she just knocks the pad out of my hand and angrily sits down in her seat and mutters rude things. Around the fourth period, whenever I have Beth in my class again, but this class is her dad, Mr. W, fake name, Mr. Fake Names class.
Mr. W.
So we get seated and everything seems fine until Beth comes in crying with her pants drenched in blood, crying about how I wouldn't give her a tampon. And I made her suffer. I think we know where this goes from here, but I'll read the end
deception
anyway.
Right there.
The teacher proceeds to ask, and I tell him what happened, and I told him that she could have easily gotten one from the nurse. Beth starts dramatically crying and saying that's not true and that I'm lying. The teacher then proceeds to ask again, so I say the same thing, and I tell him that's the rule. Beth starts crying even louder, and she asks if I have proof I'm on my period. Stunned, I say, why would I need proof?
What?
In front of the whole classroom?
Yeah,
and Beth starts shouting, see, she's lying. Annoyed, I say, so you want me to take out the damn tampon that I just put in to prove the point? The teacher replies, not now, but when you're done with it. What?
What?
Oh,
This is also her father, one of the girl's father, right?
dude.
I look at him in disgust and I say, I'm sorry your daughter couldn't get a tampon from me, but the high school had options too. I will die on this hill. I would too, baby. You are not, girl. Anyway, I'm giving my opinion, which don't matter. I will die on this hill, and your daughter better not come up to me and ask again. I grab my stuff, and as I'm walking out, I say, I will be making a complaint about your inappropriate suggestion, and I head to the office. I'm still waiting on their response, but am I the asshole? Now, she does continue. Before we start answering, she's got 4 bullet points after that, and it says to clarify some things. 1, it's a makeup work program, so yes, I'm at school on Sunday. 2, 7 tampons are not a lot in my case. I don't know if it is or if it ain't, so I'll take your word for it. 3, they can't do anything because the principal is not here, and they're probably just going to forget about it. 4, this girl is known for doing stuff like this, and yes, she is entitled and immature. All right, boys, what do you guys think?
I don't.
Start with Bailey.
Come on.
You're at the bottom of the totem pole, son. Go.
Okay, look, Geoff, this is your starting question in all fairness. We went Bailey, we went Franz, and it's your turn to go first.
Oh, okay. Well, gosh, all due respect, I call bullshit on this story for many variables as you read it. Because the girl who wrote it said, the teacher, why didn't she just say her dad?
She does.
No, but she said when she says like the teacher says when you're finished with it or whatever. She calls the noun. I know, but she doesn't call
her dad. When you have,
I understand that, but my point is when she's writing it, she calls it the teacher. She doesn't say the girl's dad.
No, she says Mr. W when she's writing it. When she's writing it, I say the teacher because it's either easier for me to say the teacher when I'm reading. In the actual text, she calls him Mr. W every time.
Well, see, variables count, man. This paraphrasing shit. But no, here's the other thing, though.
I'm just being.
If it was her dad's class, dude, she could have easily ran to the fucking nurse instead of attending class. I don't get it. I don't get that. Like if it was my dad's class and it was under the same circumstance, if I shit my pants, I'd be like, yo, dad's gonna understand, yo.
Teenage girls can be dramatic. So you say she's not the asshole then?
No, I first call a little bullshit on the story, but at the end of the day, no. Like as a Boy Scout, you got to be. As men, I think we think as Boy Scouts got to be prepared. And I'm gonna have to rub some dirt on it and have to walk away. This is tough love. Like Boy Scouts are prepared, and if you're not, shit happens. You're gonna have to deal with it. That's fucking called life.
All right, Bailey.
Yeah, I mean, this story is questionable to begin with. But yeah, I don't think she's an asshole. I mean, you have to plan ahead.
All right, Franz.
Yeah, I
What a
don't know,
fucked up
man.
comment.
I mean, I thought it was here for a Duff song.
Well, that's coming. Don't worry.
You know what? I think that's a fair point.
Yeah.
I kind of want to get off of this bloody tampon discussion.
It's the last
Look at my
one,
bloody
man. We need
Valentine.
1 or 2 more votes. Just get it over with.
Listen, I'm gonna go ahead and say no, and that this teacher should be fucking fired and like removed from society
What
immediately.
a fucked up comment.
Yeah, that's the most
Alright.
fucked up comment I've ever heard.
Oh, God.
There we go. That is that's the majority then. So the majority rules. No, you are not the asshole.
No,
Well,
that teacher's the asshole.
Thank God we're on to another subject.
Yeah, well,
Get some rock and roll back into this podcast.
Yes.
Not to sound sexist or anything, but
I hope there's still listeners.
Who knows? No, they're
Off
pretty
the
good.
second
They
stats.
stick around. They know if they keep sticking around, we'll get to it eventually. I got to give our listeners that. They're pretty good. Or they fast forwarded to through this shit anyway. Oh, I hope you guys enjoyed your bonus show yesterday. Cause
Yeah. Or whichever one you choose to be the bonus. I don't know.
oh, whatever. Surely
Yeah.
this one's it. This has
Listen,
got to be the
Choose your
reward.
bone.
Choose your choose your bone venture.
I don't know which
Choose your
situation was more
bone. Yes.
fucked up. The second one we did or the last one we just did.
I don't fucking know, dude.
You're
Either
successful,
way.
fucked up shit, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't figured that out, you're probably like too young for this shit.
Yeah, welcome to
First
the
one
internet.
was
That's
tame
where we read these
compared to the
stories.
last two.
Go buy something in the new age section.
All of these stories can be found
Young
on
adult
Reddit.
nonfiction.
So if you want to tell the writer of this story directly what you think, get on Reddit and look it up like I did. I fucking guess. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Guns on Radio,
I've-
sponsored by Reddit.
I've been on Reddit a total of like 3 minutes in my entire life.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Oh wait, I forgot something real important.
Let's talk about some music.
I'm right, James Brown.
There we go. Now. Okay.
What am I hot?
I instantly hate this less than a lot of the Duff songs we listen to on here.
Immediately hate this one.
What'd you say?
You immediately hate this one?
I hate it less. I'm actually enjoying this so far.
Listen, it's got points for Duff not singing like this.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
and his
does-
wannabe European punk rock voice?
Yeah.
But it does work on it does work on My Michelle in the backups.
Well, this rhythm and everything with the sound of the song and the instruments so far follow Locomotive very well.
Oh yeah.
Didn't the drummer from Skid Row play drums on this?
Do what?
Didn't the drummer for Skid Row play drums on this? Or
Not
did
on
Duff
this
play
track.
drums and the bass player from Skid Row play on this?
Well, I don't know.
No. Skid Row appears on different songs on this album. Like Dave Snake Sabo appears on a couple of songs.
Yeah.
Baz does vocals on a song, but
Who's the lineup on this? Who plays the drums and guitar and bass?
Duff did everything on this album basically.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, lead vocals, rhythm
Not
guitar.
everything. Well, he
Yeah.
did. He brought in players to play other parts, like guests. Like Jeff Beck was on this album. Fucking
Yeah, that's
obviously
true.
Lenny was
Gilby
on,
Clark
so-
also, West Arkeen.
Teddy,
Yeah.
Zigzag was on this
Yeah.
record.
The only other thing
There was a
like,
lot of people.
Slash was there also.
Slash is on a song. Yeah, I mean he had like
Matt
guests and
Sorum,
stuff.
Gilby.
So,
I-
but Duff did all the other parts on this song besides Lenny.
Yeah, the only other person says London McDaniel did percussion on this song.
Wait, what did Lenny Kravitz do?
He's the vocalist on
He's
this
singing and
I
playing
thought that was
guitar.
Duff.
Is he playing guitar too, or just singing?
song. It just says vocals on the
It's
majority.
just a. Isn't it then? Shouldn't it be called a Lenny Kravitz song then?
No, Duff wrote it.
What's on Believe in Me?
I think it
Yeah.
depends on what album it goes on, because then, for that matter, why wouldn't "Beautiful Dangerous" be called a Fergie song?
Yeah, dude.
Or
Like,
Always on the Run? Is that a Lenny song or is that a Slash
Yeah,
song?
it's Lenny featuring Slash.
Yeah,
but
I
Slash
consider
wrote
it.
it, right?
What, "Beautiful Dangerous"?
No, Always on the
No,
Run.
Always on the Run.
Well, he did guitar work. I think he did like the riff. He probably did like a solo and some other like rhythm parts or something maybe.
Depends on the album it's on, like Dustin said.
I think that's what I go by. If it's on an album titled Duff
Well,
McKagan,
let's have a lot of respect for Duff because he's my favorite gunner. But at the same time, sorry to interrupt for a sec, but
Oh, he's
like
fucking
maybe
pussy,
Lenny.
man. Come on.
Well, back then,
Yeah.
this was a different side.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
okay,
being
that's
recorded.
true. Yeah,
But like maybe Lenny, with all due respect, was like, "Nah, I'm good. I don't want to put this on anything."
Probably just doing a favor. Something. He was like, oh.
Well, yeah,
But-
a favor, but
guys-
like,
Yeah, so sorry to interrupt, man. But about Duff, man. I mean, this part in this book from Matt, where he was like fucking friends with Matt Sorum for like
yeah.
all his life almost after they joined Guns, and he was his best man at the wedding and stuff. And then Matt Sorum, before the reunion was happening, Matt just asked him one thing: so please, if it's happening, I want to hear from you, not from someone else. And then Duff sent Fernando to talk with Matt and tell him. I mean, that's like fucking shit, right?
That is shit. Yeah,
You follow
Yeah.
me?
Yeah.
yeah, that's a dick move.
I mean, they were in
there's
so many bands. They were friends. They were best friends, man. I mean, and all he asked is, hey, if this reunion is happening, please let me hear it from you, and not from, read it somewhere,
Mhm.
And then he made Fernando make the call that he wasn't part of it,
That's fucked
Fuck.
up.
Yeah,
Wait,
right.
I thought that he mentioned something in. Well, let's see here in the potentially already released book.
I think it's released already.
Yeah, it is released
okay.
already. Yeah,
Has anybody compared it side by side
Yeah,
to see what,
that's-
if anything's been retracted?
Exactly the same question.
So,
don't know.
so like
I've only
that,
seen
and like
The original.
I thought he got Stevened in a sense. Like Duff not only did it to Steven, but also did it to Matt. Like texted him. I thought he was like, "Nah, dude, it's like out of my hand."
But there was also something in this book about how Matt Sorum was like hitting up on Axel's chick. I think there was.
Missed that.
Yeah, there was rumors that was going to be removed too.
I don't know. I got to step out for a second. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's a dick move, man, isn't it? I mean,
I would say.
then you have no spine, man. Come on. I mean, if you're best friends and this guy is asking you this, I mean, why would you do that?
Well,
Fair
I don't
point.
know, man. As you know, Axel makes him sign a lot of non-disclosure agreements, so maybe his hands were tied.
That could be
Yeah,
too.
but fuck that shit, man. Axel, a lifelong friendship doesn't go above like some fucking redhead bullshit asshole.
Well, at the end of the day, man, it is his band. He can do whatever he wants with it, man. That's the problem.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it's
yeah.
his band name. It's not his band.
Yeah,
But that's a whole different discussion. But I mean, that's a fucking shitty thing to do. It's the same as Axel did with Izzy. I mean, they were youth friends. They started Guns N' Roses together.
Dude, Izzy wrote most of those songs. If he didn't get an equal cut of the loot, I don't blame him for not wanting to.
Yeah, he wanted some cotton. He didn't get it. No, rightfully so.
I'm going to hit play again.
Mhm.
Well, that's pretty cool.
All right, getting into it now.
Okay. That slowdown part was really weird, in my opinion. Like it seemed like the song was like funky and upbeat, and then it just slowed down.
Yeah.
Was that did Duff's like cocaine high went down in the middle of recording that song?
He crashed, man.
Yeah, definitely. It sounded like someone crashed in there.
He stopped for a second to have a sip, like this.
Oh shit! Sorry, we're still recording.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Oh shit! Tapes are rolling.
Remember the story? I think he told it to you, Geoff. Teddy, how because he was touring with Duff on that record, and they would take like sleeping pills to go out for the encore, or they would take sleeping pills after the show.
That was like that was on the Japan tour and European tour, if I'm not mistaken. And one night they kicked in because there was a delay in the encore. So they're all up on stage like half asleep.
Oh god. But
yeah. But then again, does that go back into Duff's sober era? Is that sober or not?
No, he was sober after his pancreatus, whatever his pancreatus almost fucking.
When this was recorded.
After.
This was 90.
This was way before.
September 93.
No, not way, but this was before it happened.
So this is drunk. Duff was still drunk. Duff at this.
Oh
time.
yeah.
Duff was fucked up as fuck during this.
Yeah. I think in like 96 or 97 he got sober.
Fucked up as fuck.
All the more reason I got to go with my answer is he stopped to take a drink.
That's
Fair
it.
enough.
Did you see it? What I tweeted to Matt Sorum when that happened with Duff?
Oh, let me see.
I just put the link in the description, the chat.
Double crossing. Corn sugar McKagan.
Wow.
I tweeted it to Matt Sorum, and I swear he had to laugh. It's a balls off. Attack him in it.
That's pretty funny, man.
Fucker. Yeah, but it is like that, man. I really still feel disturbed about it. How could you fuck up a friendship like that?
Yeah,
money, dude.
Then you got
root of all evil.
That's why he's a spineless fuck.
That's hateful, yeah.
At least it's my opinion.
Heavy chorus on that guitar.
I gotta be honest, I'm kind of digging this.
This is pretty fun.
Not bad, dude.
Well, Chris, let's get your shit in.
Yeah. Oh, lyrics. Yeah. You want to start from the top here? Or?
Yeah, go ahead and start from the top. Let's see if we can play. We'll do the first verse.
Yeah.
Read me the first verse, and we'll
I'll come up with the lyrics for the fat version.
Well, this is Duff. You got to come up with the 6-pack version.
Yeah, Duff got buff.
Yeah, Duff is buff.
I wouldn't want to piss him off.
I wouldn't fuck with him. 7-foot tall guy that benches as much as I weigh. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Benny the Jet trained him.
All
the more reason to not. All you're doing is making my point, man. At this point.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah. So anyways, the lyrics here. You call me the mean man. You point your finger at me. Having problems with authority in every major city. And it's so easy for you, the majority. And there's no peace for you, the majority. And he's talking about your White House wives and your money-sucking friends. So basically, it's like an anti-establishment song.
So it's against us poor folk. We are the majority.
Yeah.
You say, you ass folk, you making fun of my decision to fucking kiss Fernando's ass? That's what he's saying.
Pussy full of majorities.
No, this was long before that.
Pussy full of majorities. Is it that? That's the 1%
majority full of maggots.
This is the George Soros edition of the majority.
I love how that lyric has stuck. We never mentioned a pussy full of maggots. Pussy full of maggots has been a thing in Guns N' Roses since
I mean, what is this
2001,
shit? I mean,
but only until we reviewed that live release of
20 years
Absurd
later.
does it become a staple in jokes about GNR. I
yeah,
love
but
it.
ever since I saw this fucking song by Cardi B, what's it called?
The WAP.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, I'm like, what the fuck? I mean, the fuck. I mean, yeah, that was like the limit. I mean, now everything's possible, right? Even maggots full of
Oh,
pussy.
it is pussy full of maggots.
What ass pussy full of maggot? Yo, someone needs to make a mashup of WAP and
Motherfucker to the
Absurd right
phone
now.
not to be heard.
Oh my God,
I did this meme
Probably
with
happens.
where do you see a maggot with all these pussies on it?
Aw.
I did, you know what? Actually, you know what's my biggest fault was I wanted to do a meme about this pussy full of maggots, so I googled pussy full of maggots. I mean,
That was
oh
not
man,
good.
that was the
Ooh.
worst.
No, we're not
I mean,
gonna
I
show
don't
that. We're
recommend
not
that.
showing
I
that.
mean, I did it.
I'm-
I mean, that is like it was.
I'm
You
shutting that
dug
one
your own
down.
grave with that one, dude.
It was
Oh
hell.
no.
As a matter of fact, you know what?
Fade out. No, no, no. No, it sounds like a fucking new Radical song. The last 10 seconds.
You gotta fucking think about it. Chris, you got the lyrics. What's he saying right there? You got to think about the what?
Oh, at the end here, think about the children. You gotta think about the children. Do you ever think about the children?
I was hearing dildos. We're far the fuck off.
I believe the children are our future. No?
Hang on, I'm gonna hit
Yeah.
play again. Okay, now I hear it.
Yeah.
I swear I was hearing dildo up to the point you said that. Oh, that's the end of the song. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
This is a pretty fucking good Duff song, man.
I know, for a change, that's a good change pace.
Yeah, man. I do believe this is a good album. Like, I've heard other stuff on this Believe in Me album. There's some really good shit on here. But there's also some really bad stuff that we reviewed already. But
Well, we're all going to get a chance to say what we think about the song in our entirety. And we're going to start with, who we start with last time? Franz? We'll start with Bailey this time. So, Bailey, what do you think about this song, The Majority by Duff McKagan?
The majority of this song, no pun intended, is I like kind of like that funky feel from the song too. You know, you definitely hear that like funk and punk influence from Duff. That slowdown from that song prevented me from saying this is a 4 out of 5. So I'll say 3.5 out of 5. I mean, I'm not big on this record, but this is not a bad song.
All right. Yeah, good. Fair points. Fair points. Franz, I'm going to bring you up next.
Yeah, well, I do have to say, some parts of the song did make me feel, did kind of. So I think even somebody mentioned it during the song that, it had some comparisons with Locomotive Obesity, but yeah, I know. I mean, the tune was good, but the lyrics are like shit, and you know, it for me, it's not related to GNR at all. So yeah, I'd give it a 2.5.
All right, 2.5. Geoff.
Dude, I used to own this car. It was a Honda, man, and I had this CD or Believe in Me or the other newer solo album in there at all times. And long story short, I think I left when I sold it. I forgot to take out my Believe in Me, and I left it in the CD player.
Sad
And I'll
times.
never. Yeah, and I remember walking into the store, and by design, it wasn't really like pushed big by Geffen. So I walked into the record store one day, and I was like, "Is it out yet?" And the guy's like, "It's right over there." And I was like, "Shit, finally!" Because he announced it at the Paris gig pre-interviews, whatever MTV did. So yeah, dude, I was stoked about it. This song is a solid 3. The na-na-nas and the whole like that's so like mid-90s shit or early 90s shit, but it's just like. It's too poppy. They should have just taken the vocals for that out, I think, and concentrated on the rock, in my opinion.
So you're saying 3?
Yeah.
All right, Christopher.
Yeah, I would probably go along like those same lines. Like this is it is definitely one of the better songs on this album. It's pretty good. Like for a first listen, at least for me, it's like my first time listening to the song. I think it's gonna get points knocked off though for like that weird slowdown, and then like the drums kick back in. I was like, I mean, yeah, you kind of like redeemed yourself there, but it was like, what's the fucking point of that? And then just like that last 10 seconds, I was like, it sounded like a one-hit wonder, like you would hear in that time frame in the 90s, like some fucking I don't know. It sounds like the end of like a Third Eye Blind song or something. Like New Radicals, like I always fucking mention here.
I know what you mean.
But you know what? I don't know. It's like one of the better songs on this album so far. I think I know we reviewed "I Love You" like way back early on in this in the first season of this show, and that's still probably the best song so far on this album. It's on the same right under it, so I'm gonna go 3 out of 5.
All right, for me, I thought it was not a bad song. I enjoyed it when it kicked in, especially with the whole situation where we just listened to Locomotive, and I thought it followed it pretty well. Like it was a good song to come up with. It seemed like if I was playing Locomotive and this song came up next, it would kind of make sense. But at the same time, by this point, I would be over it, so I'd probably skip it anyway. Of the Duff songs that is good, I'm going to give it its due, and I'm going to give it. I was thinking a 3 anyway, so I'm going to give it a 3 also. I probably won't go seeking the song out ever the fuck again on my own. It's definitely not making my playlist, but it wasn't bad for what it is. It was an easier listen than some of the shit we've got to listen to on here.
Yo, definitely. That we can all agree on, I think.
So with that, gentlemen, shall we spin the wheel and find out what we're doing next week on Guns and Radio?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it.
Bailey, touch the screen.
Assholes.
No.
All right, here we go.
Shadow of Your Love.
Oh,
All right.
shit.
Now, is that the original version or is that the redone version? You should do
That's the
both.
version that got released. We got one version, and that's the one that was released a couple of years ago.
Well, dude, there's the version that is the original that was like a B-side for UK, and it was on
I don't know.
It was on the single for Live and Let Die. And obviously Steven's not on drums. And
We will have to figure that out when it's time for us to prepare for that episode.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind. I think I have an original copy, at least on CD. I think Franz definitely has an original one. Do you have the original one before Frank went in and redid the drums?
Yeah, man, definitely.
All right, yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah. I'll listen to all of them.
I'll listen to it.
I'll
You
love
should
it.
listen.
Definitely.
Dude,
Yeah.
Frank definitely.
There's actually, if you're talking about not in his lifetime tour, where they did it live, at a very a couple of times, it really sounds pretty good. If you're talking about enjoyable songs during the Not in His Lifetime tour, that was one of the better sounding ones.
Well, it was one of the more
Because
surprising
it was like screaming,
ones,
and maybe it's comparable with how because you all remember how good he was with AC/DC, screaming all the
Right.
and people say those songs are scream songs, which
Right.
Shadow of Your Love actually is also. So maybe, I see some similarities there, I guess.
It works for me, man. Like either way, I love Shadow of Your Love, and I am excited to be getting to do a review on it next week. So that's.
I wish they would add the Reckless Life to the set.
That would be
Oh,
nice.
that would be
Oh,
dope.
dude,
Yeah.
I would
That's also a
that'd be
screamer,
great.
man. I bet. Yeah, that's also sort of a scream song. So maybe, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Perfect
Dude,
Crime's kind of a, not really actually.
I've actually heard Perfect Crime. They played Perfect Crime one time at the second show I ever went to
They
in
did?
Atlanta, Georgia.
When?
I
Yeah,
believe.
but not in his lifetime, right?
No,
Let me
2011.
Ah, okay.
This would have been in 2011. I think. I swear to God, I remember seeing Perfect Crime sometime. We'll when we go off air, we'll do the research and figure out when that was. Because at this point, folks, we've done our time on this show. Like, I mean, this hour went by so fast. It's been great having all you guys here, man. Bailey, Franz, Geoff, thank you guys for coming, man. We've had a
Thanks for having me, man.
Thank you for
However,
having me again.
yeah, man, anytime you guys want to come on, let us know and we'll see what we can do to make it happen. But for everybody listening, we want to say thank you. Thank you for the bonus show goals. Be sure to come back this Saturday when we're going to be playing some more. Getting Dizzy with it is still going on. The Dizzy Reed show is still happening on Saturdays. The Dustin Bertram radio show, whoever that guy is happening every when the fuck ever it posts.
Who the fuck is that?
I don't know. Some dickhead. And we should be, if everything goes the way it's looking like, we should be having a brand new episode of Band coming up pretty soon too. So all kinds of content to be hanging out and keeping your eye on this stream for. Definitely thank you for doing so. But for now, we're signing off. So until next time, I'm Dustin Bonez.
So you know what, man.
I'm Chris Caputo. We'll see you guys next week. We're going to be reviewing Shadow of Your Love. Tune in every Saturday, getting dizzy with it. The first season, we're almost done. And we're going to be starting season 2 probably the next, I'd say, 3-4 weeks or so. So
probably
definitely,
we're up to 9. This week will be 9, won't it?
Okay, so we have 4. Yeah, basically in 4 weeks, we're going to start season 2 of Getting Dizzy with it. So tune in.
It'll be 8 or 9. I don't know.
Yeah, tune in every Monday and every Saturday. We're going to still keep rolling on here with the main show. The Summer of Dizzy Reed is continuing on for at least another 3-4 months. So stay tuned.
Summertime.
Yeah, we did the Summer Slash last year, the Summer of Dizzy this year. So stay tuned, subscribe, give us 5 stars. Just keep your eyes peeled on the feed. Until then, guys, stay safe and peace out.
And keep on rocking in the free.